the badly needing changed. Oh, look how dirty that is. Look at the water, look. It's like mud. Hello guys and welcome to Mark's Shrimp Tanks. I thought today we'd go over my RO unit here. We're going to replace some of the filters. I have some new ones here that we shall unbox. These are from the Filter Man on eBay. I buy all my stuff from him because his stuff is cheap. This cost me like £8. Should be 2 in here. Well, these 2 filters, and these will last me 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right? So let's just quickly get the plastic off. So there we have our, let's see, what one is this? This is a sediment filter. This one is much smaller than the one I previously bought, but they all do the same kind of job. It's important that you change these filters out quite regularly, guys, because if you don't, you risk contaminating your membrane, then the life of your RO unit will be shorter, right? So I will show you that as well over here, right? Because this is what my RO unit looks like. I've had this one for a long time. We have the sediment one here. It goes to a carbon filter. This is one that used to be a DI filter. And then we go to a second carbon filter. This is just one I've added on myself. Then to an RO membrane. And then we go to this little valve here. This valve is what you add if you have one of those what are they called? Stopcock valves in your float valve, basically. And you need this for that to work, because once it shuts off, you want this to shut off your RO unit. Without this it won't do that, right? So this is quite necessary. I've marked my cables on here. So let's just bring this over here. We'll have a look at it, okay? But this is super simple to do. And so we need to take off this one here. And it shows you how long ago I actually changed it. 17th of the 5th. It's more than a year ago, actually. 17th of the 6th, maybe. More than a year ago. So these ones were badly due for a change. You can see why they're badly due for a change. Now we'll get that off here, that off here. And then, let's see, this is the newest one here, so we're just going to take this one off and replace it. I'll of course reuse this one again. Take off the little clip. Push it in with your fingers. Hope you guys can see. And I need this pipe here, right, so take that off. And that is the one that we're going to discard. The activated carbon. I will refill this with more activated carbon because I buy this granulated as well. We'll just put that over there. And then we have our new one. Where is it? Finest filters. Just the correct one, because they both look the same. Now that's the sediment, so this is the carbon. To take off the little blue tabs, you put these back on when you're finished. Okay. Right, and you have to follow which direction, obviously, these go from, right? So this is going to be my input over here, output to the input of this one, right? And these ones have arrows on them, or they should do. Yeah, they do. Direction of flow, see it? So this is the bottom. Take your pipe, put it back in. Put on your little blue clip. Now, I didn't always use these little blue clips because I didn't know what they were for, but it's important that you keep these because these stop them being pulled back out. Okay, so you have your output to my other carbon filter. I will replace this one in a month or 2 as well. Like so, push it back on. Nice and neat. The way it's meant to be. Now this unit was never meant to hold this much stuff, by the way. That's why mine looks a little bit different. Well, there's a problem actually. Because this is a different size, it will no longer fit in my clip. So I wonder if I could put it on the front here. I should be able to do that. Don't you think, guys? Going from this will be, yeah, let's see, that will fit on here. There's always a way, guys. There's always a way, right? So this is the input here. So we need the output of this one, wherever that is. Output, output, flow. You see there? Sometimes it's a little bit hard to see. And so this goes on here. Hopefully you guys can see most of this or all of it. It's very hard to see with this GoPro. One chest, put your little blue clip back on. Take the other one off the other end. And then of course this is where your water for your input from your tap underneath goes into this, okay, right? So I'm going to just quickly put that in my pocket until we're ready for it. This goes on, let's see, this way. It doesn't really matter because this is going to be all sitting under my sink, right? So this is finished as far as we're concerned. I will wire this back up. Tap goes into here, then my output is here. See this one here? This goes to my green tank over there. Let me show you. Up there goes to my green tank. And then this little short pipe here is my waste pipe. You might have seen this before where it sticks over the side here, right? So I'm going to do that in a second. I want to show you guys this because this is why you really need to change out your filters, right? So we're going to cut this one open. Right, and this video is not really about me showing you guys how to maintain your RO unit. This is, I want you guys to see how dirty these can get, so it's important that you change them, okay? That more than anything. Let me make sure you're down. Alright, so you might shake a little bit with this. Hopefully it won't be too hard to do. Now these are sealed in, so you can't just take the lid off. Right, so what I'll do, guys, is I'll pause it here for you guys and I'll come back when I've got this open. Okay guys, so we've got most of it open here. Still a little bit tough, but you can see the water already. Look how dirty that water is coming out this filter. So this was badly needing changed. The badly needing changed. Oh, look how dirty that is. Look at the water, look. It's like mud. Don't know if we can take this out actually. Should we see? This is meant to be white, guys. Look at the sludge on the bottom here. And so I haven't changed this one for a year, so it just goes to show that I should have changed this much earlier. Look at it. Alright, so there you go. This is absolutely junk. Something I'll have to write down. I should really change these much more often than I should. I'm quickly going to tidy up and I'm going to add the RO unit back on again. My RO unit looks like underneath here. The setup anyway. Now what I'm also going to do, guys, is on these filters that we've just replaced, the new ones, I'm going to put the date somewhere on it. Right, and then that's a good indicator of when I changed these last, so I know to do it more regularly in the future than I have done. So today is I think it's the 24th, 6/18. Right, this one was the same, wasn't it? 24th of 6/18, I'll just put it on the back. 24th of the 6/18. And then hopefully in 6 months, if I remember, I'll change these all out again, which I should have done with the other ones. Okay, so this should be pretty easy for us to do. Hopefully it's not going to be too difficult for you guys to see. Let's see, I have to push this on. Hopefully the camera's looking over here. Like so. Just check that you're actually seeing something. And here is my input. This cable here that goes to my tap away over here. And this goes underneath, right? So I'm trying to see if you guys can see when I'm doing this. That goes underneath like that. And remember that little blue clip? When I remember to put them on from now on, so that we don't have leaks, because these can come off. I've actually had one come off before. Okay, so the last one is here. This is my output cable, and this is my good water. This cable here is my bad water. So these two go back together. With a bit of luck you might be able to see something. Right, and then this cable here, this long one, I've never properly plumbed this in. I just have it coming up over the side like this, and it should be cable tied in. Alright, but the cable tie has come off. For some reason, it's come off. Maybe I can just quickly push that in there, and I can. Alright, and then I put my water back on. See if I can show you. Under here, you see it in the back here. This is one of the two-way splitters coming off a washing machine fitting. I just put the water back on, and that should be it. Now next time I do a water change, the water level will fall in here, and this water will come back on. It's obviously fallen a little bit, that's come back on sooner. You see it here, so if I press this down, if you guys can see without me shaking too much, eventually there should be water coming through here. You see it? It will eventually. It's just because we have been messing with it. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a shrimp game, guys. Remember, and change your RO filters regularly. Have a shrimp game.